Fucked up on that one. I was too busy drinking. Water.
Welcome to Shut Up and Answer the Question, the podcast where we answer your questions but take a bloody long time to do it. I'm Ethan Lawrence.
And I'm Sean Antony.
How are you, Sean? Since the last time we recorded.
I'm questioning. Like, last time we recorded was half an hour ago.
Don't pull back the beef curtains of the podcast.
You did that last time.
No. I'd love to see you prove it. It's not like we recorded it already.
Press that back button.
Alright, fine. And with apologies to Johnny Burrell from Razorlight, who I incorrectly stated married Sophie Ellis Baxter. Please don't sue us. Although, I mean, if anything, compliment maybe? I don't know.
Yes.
Do you know what? I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with how that went.
I've just got to lean into it though, and just
lean in. And he'll never hear this.
Exactly. And we're owning up to our mistakes.
No one send this to Johnny Burrell.
Is that a no one send this to? Go on then.
No.
Please
don't send this to Johnny Burrell. He's got enough going on.
Oh man,
he doesn't need this as well.
I mean, they're still touring. So
they're still touring.
So they're doing very well for themselves.
They're doing very well for themselves. Producer Milo is currently staring at a skirting board. So that's good.
I think, he's actually trying to get the skirting board to throw the ball for him.
He's really smart, Producer Milo.
Oh yes, yeah. He knows the ins and outs of all the things.
Producer Milo, for those who have not, this may be their first episode, is a dog.
Yes. A small Jack Russell who. Yeah, I know, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell us what to do then.
He's on the ones and twos.
No, all right.
This is a podcast where we answer questions sent in by you lovely people at home. And you can do so, if you wish, by emailing shutuppod@yahoo.com. That's SHUTUPPOD@yahoo.com. Or you can hit us up on the socials, on Instagram @ShutUpAndAnswerPod and on TikTok @ShutUpPod.
The socials that matters.
The socials that matters. We were going to go on Bebo, but I'm trying to...
Red Note.
Yeah, don't burn them. Don't burn them, because otherwise I'm going to run out of things to say. It was Pixo last time, it's Bebo this time.
Imja.
Stop it! There's precious few. Yeah. Can you even put I don't know? No, I'm not getting into that. I'm not happy about this. This pod has started badly for me. I feel like I'm on the back foot.
We're already off the rails, and we've not even got our question again.
I feel like I'm on the back foot. That's all I'm saying. And I think I'm going to have to spend the rest of this pod trying to claw it back.
Here we go. Well, what's your question?
This
then?
is like
let's see what we can find.
This psychodrama that we find ourselves involved in.
Man, you're just sort of analysing my own life choices in the last episode. Please have something a bit more.
This is okay. Well, this is good. This is a sciencey one.
Okay, I like my science.
This is from Heather Bainbridge.
Thank you very much, Heather.
Friend of the show. Would it be ethical to dispose of our rubbish in the sun?
Yes.
Asked and answered. Thank you for listening.
No, but what rubbish? What kind of rubbish? What waste?
I've been given sort of two questions that are kind of similar.
Okay.
So the first one was rubbish, and the second one was nuclear waste.
Okay.
So I figured we could tackle one and then the other.
Yeah. Excellent.
Right, immediate thought comes to mind.
Futurama.
I was not even close to done.
Oh, dang. That was my first thought. As soon as it was just literally that episode of Futurama where they shot their rubbish into space.
The commute was my thing.
The commute? You're not going to have the bin men just dropping them off at the sun.
The sun is 8 light minutes away.
Or you could just be putting all of the rubbish at, the Sun newspaper.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, fuck you, Murdoch. Don't sue us.
You probably would.
Sorry, we've got nothing!
You can have the Blue Yeti.
And you've already had to pay out a load to Prince Harry, so, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rupert. Roops. I call him Roops.
Rupert the bear.
Rupert the poo. Bear.
Anyway, yeah. 8 light minutes.
Yeah.
That is...
Do you know the fun fact about that? Were the sun to just go out, we wouldn't know about it for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's weird to think, isn't it?
And if you have, and if there was, as is expected, a rather large solar flare that could wipe out planets, we wouldn't even know that it happened until after it passed us and we were wiped out.
So we're looking into this is physics territory now.
Oh, yes.
Having dealt with prisons in the last episode, we're now gonna go into theoretical physics.
But why do I feel more comfortable doing this?
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
I'm sorry, bullies. Don't beat me.
Don't concuss me again. Sorry, I should have brought that up. Trauma. Trauma.
Brain trauma. Self-inflicted, most probably.
So presumably, you scoffed at me when I mentioned the commute. So I'm assuming we're not just bringing it there ourselves. We're like firing it at the sun, I guess?
That's what I'd be expecting, because then you're getting rid of the waste that brings it there as well. So it's just a single journey jobby.
It feels expensive.
It's going to be.
But that's not the question. The question is whether it's ethical.
Well, who's it hurting? We are going to be expending resources that were created and resources that were on Earth, and they're sending them into the sun. So essentially it would be over a very, very, very long time eroding them, because they can't then be reused. But if it was stuff that was, I don't know, like eternally, well, things that couldn't be recycled, I mean,
plastics.
That might be. Plastics can be reused once.
We make a satellite out of, we make a spaceship out of plastic.
There we go.
And put all our shit on it.
Yeah.
And then fire it at the sun.
That's one of the weirdest things. Is like metal. You've got the Iron Age, you've got the Copper Age, you've got the Bronze Age, and scientists have named the age that we're living in at the moment the Plastic Age. And when I first heard of that, I thought that's kind of a crap age to be in.
Yeah,
because everything is just plastic at the moment, and you don't really take you really take for granted how actually incredible plastic is, and how it was refined from oil and all the fluorocarbon.
Fluorocarbon.
I was about to say fluorocarbons, but then my brain was like, that's not the right word.
Chlorofluorocarbon.
Exactly, one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, how they were actually created, the whole process was created to bring plastics into our usage is just really quite fascinating.
I bet all of the people in the previous ages also thought that.
Yeah, probably.
Ugg the caveman in the Copper Age was sort of like, this bloody copper. I hate copper. Why can't we just use wood? We've used wood for centuries. Ugh. I'm a caveman.
The Wood Age.
The Wood Age. Well, presumably there must have been a bit.
There must have been a Wood Age, yeah.
Because, that's wood you can just get. It's just there, it's a tree.
Like Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like Minecraft. In the caveman days, it was exactly like Minecraft. They used to run around, they used to punch a tree, and then all the wood would come out.
That's a good question. It's like, how hard would you have to punch a tree?
Well, okay, right.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
email shutuppod@yahoo.com.
Answer
with that question. We can't do that. We can't send
I'll
us.
ask my own question.
We can't. It's about engagement. If we start going up our own bums, then that's not going to be fun for the people at home.
No, it's like the snake that eats itself.
The Ouroboros.
That's the one.
Yeah, Ouroboros the caveman. I bloody hate this snake. It keeps eating its. Oh wait.
I have discovered this. I will call it the Ouroboros.
Wait a second. If I made an Ouroboros out of wood and then put it on my car, I made a wheel.
It's not that they saw a round rock roll down a hill.
No, it was
they saw a snake.
It was the iconography of the Ouroboros. They saw that and they were like, this not only has religious significance but practical usage also.
Is the Ouroboros the medical? Is it a medical symbol or something like that? But isn't it also like the snake is so stressed that it eats itself?
I feel like it was a Viking thing, and I don't know why. I'm saying that with absolutely no background at all. It feels Jorgamandery.
Please, if you want to correct us, by all means.
Actually, if you want to correct us, don't. We're not interested in corrections.
We won't be revisiting much as good old Johnny Borrell.
No, we revisited that because we realised we made an error. But I think actually that shows weakness.
Yeah, well, no,
it shows the sort of weakness which would make it.
We've made an error in every episode so far, one way or another.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think
it's the third one in.
I think we were spot on with the breakfast one. We absolutely nailed it. Okay, so but we're back in the Wood Age. And he's chopping down wood with what? Hands. With their hands, like in Minecraft. And they make that, and then suddenly some Johnny comes along, and it's all like, I've made a discovery.
Why is the one caveman just going, and then just, hello, I'm Johnny, my name is, I'm caveman scientist, don't you know?
I found a vein of a mineral that I am calling, because my name is Johnny Copper.
Yeah. Johnny Copper sounds like a punk singer.
I'm Johnny Copper, and this is my band, the police.
I was going to say the Coppers.
That's how it started. That's actually how it started. The Sting started out
Sting's
as
original name.
Yeah, as a punk group. That was them going around like.
That's actually how he turned up in. What was the film that he was in with the mods?
Quadrophenia.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm pretty sure he was.
Was Sting in that?
I'm pretty sure he was in Quadrophenia.
Does that not predate him slightly?
It might have been.
There's no way for us to check, unfortunately, so we won't be able to.
There we go. I wanted to fill the quota that we've done one thing wrong.
Right,
in every episode.
I cannot stress this enough. Do not correct us. Okay, so he comes along. He's got his copper, and then 100 years later, probably more. Probably more than 100 years later. Now that I think about it.
Johnny Copper's grandkid.
Okay, so I've come up with a new idea. We changed our surname. And here I am with my new idea. I, Antony Iron, have discovered... no, it's Bronze first, wasn't it? Raymond Bronze.
Wait a minute. Is Bronze... Bronze is a... compound, isn't it? It's two.
I'm
metals.
out of my depth now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm killing a joke.
Can you go back? You and I was doing funny voices, and we were all having a laugh, and then you come in, Mr. Logic.
Yeah, I'm hardly ever Mr. Logic.
Oh, I'm Sean. I'm a fact checker. Ooh, I work for the government.
I work for the government.
Yeah, you're the guy who.
If anything, the government refused to use fact checkers.
Oh, I don't know about that. They can bring you in because it's just you and Google. Like, just
Googling shit. Elon Musk now is just using Google for his.
He's not using Google.
Anyway, we've gone.
He's
really
using
off.
X, the everything app.
God damn it!
You can find everything on there.
I didn't know that X.com was originally like a PayPal competitor.
I'm not sure if it was a competitor. He was on the PayPal board. I think he just wanted to call it X.
But I think he because he was. It was I thought it was a competing company, and then they decided to work together, and then later on he sued them so he could be one of the original, or that might have been a Tesla thing.
He's a good guy. We're big fans of Elon Musk on this podcast. And his business acumen and his branding strategy.
He's right most of the time.
Hey, there we go. Right, so anyway, where was I? We were talking about...
We've got to answer the question.
No, we're talking about the age of man.
Oh my god, this one's gone even more off the rails.
Look, it's all science. It's all so I personally, I feel like because of what you said... about sort of like the actual material cost of sending something to the sun, I think it either is or borders on unethical.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to dispose of shit.
Yeah.
But I do also think that, given the current state of the world, us just tying a bin bag to a space rocket and sending it into the sun is more wasteful somehow.
Yes. I mean, if it was more, it would probably, and it would definitely be more economically viable to make sure everything can be recycled one way or another, and ensure that everybody in the world does that, than it is to just put all of the waste in the world onto a rocket, once a year.
See, now once you said that, I actually think maybe actually getting rubbish to the sun would actually be easier than getting everyone to agree. Imagine that. Imagine having to get global consensus on something.
Big garbage! They're after us!
I feel like we fact check that big garbage is. Who runs that?
Big garbage just sounds like a mumble rapper.
Why is everything a new music trend with you?
I don't know. I think that's probably
big garbage. Big garbage. Why do I always do the impression? I
don't know. I'm the one that does the voices, but I think I'm just enjoying you.
I do voices as well. A bit.
But
we all do voices, Sean.
That's normally what comes out of the mouths.
Oh, here he comes, Dr. Logic again. Oh, yeah, we're doing things the same. Yeah.
But on the other hand, nuclear waste, that would still be unethical, because there's nuclear waste now. It used to be per person, it would be roughly about a third of a barrel, if I remember rightly, per year. Like it would be per person of usage would be something like a third of a barrel, but now it's about the size of a golf ball, for the amount of energy created with the amount of nuclear waste. So you'd be doing that. Yeah, you'd be getting a lot of nuclear waste to try and fire that into the sun.
I've invented a thing.
Oh. Go on, colour me interested.
It's called the printer principle.
Printer principle?
Yeah.
The dot matrix.
The printer principle. It's called the printer principle. And the way it works
Milo's going to be hating you for taking out all the plosives there.
So I wasn't speaking directly into the mic. It's calm down. And also, you say Milo, I know you mean you. Mm-hmm. The printer principle. So we're suggesting that we attach nuclear waste to a space rocket and then launching it from Earth and sending it into the sun. Now, the printer principle for me comes down to how much you trust technology. Would you trust a space rocket not to fail while carrying a nuclear waste and everything like that, in the same way that would you trust a printer to do anything? Ever.
Oh, imagine that if it went wrong. Yeah, definitely don't want to get SpaceX doing it.
I sort of feel like that's why they haven't tried
Don't sue
it.
me. Don't sue me. I'm just making a joke.
No. All of your launches are great.
That's our merch, isn't it? Don't sue me.
It's really strange that this is our third recording of the day, and that has consistently come up.
Oh man,
we're so worried about litigation. What is it? We have no lawyers. So that's why
we have no money for lawyers.
We have no money for lawyers. Yeah, that would be my concern. My concern would be, oh right, we're attaching explosives to our nuclear waste and trying to send them to the sun. That sounds good. That sounds.
Or get a big and then going through the atmosphere,
accidentally colliding with the ISS. Oh no! Are those people still up there? You know, there was that news story from the end of last year.
Didn't it say like it was? Yeah, they were getting them.
For people who don't remember this, there was a news story last year that there were like two people that they went up there. I think it was just for like regular maintenance or something. But then something happened, and now they're stuck there.
Yeah,
for like ages, and we can't get them down.
And I think Elon Musk said that he'd send people up there to like a spaceship or something up there to get them. But I thought it said it was going to be about a year to sort of organise it. But I'm probably most definitely wrong.
There's no way we can check.
Yeah.
Don't correct us. Oh God, that would suck. Like, imagine going out for what you think is like 2 days into space.
Yeah.
And then you're just up there and it's like, oh.
2 days though. You'd have to be there for a bit more. That's like going to New Zealand for a week's holiday.
Well, I mean, obviously, you'd pack for more. Like, you wouldn't. Like,
got your toothbrush.
You wouldn't just bring like a hold on. Like, you'd want a wheelie luggage for that.
Want at least 21 kilos of carry on.
That's it. Like, bring extra pants. Like, you'll probably need it. What's your... Okay, right. This is the killer question. When it comes to it. If you're packing for, say, like a week.
Yeah.
How many underpants do you bring?
First question on that, though. Are there washing facilities?
No.
Oh, God damn it.
No, you will wear what you bring, and there is no way to wash it.
And it is for 1 week.
1 week, 7 days.
So
7 nights, I should say.
I would normally say, so you've got the pair that you're wearing going, and then you make sure that you've got enough for once per day, and then just in case anything goes wrong, I'd probably put an additional 3 in. Just not for like squirt messes, but like sometimes like
sorry, no squirt messes.
All right,
from where?
Shiting yourself, boy.
Well, I didn't know if it was coming out the front or the back. You just said squirt.
Yeah, well, that's because then I just thought that would encompass both areas.
Well, not all.
You don't want any grundle muck, do you?
All poo is liquid, right?
Yeah, but it can still come out as a squirt.
Oh no! If your shits are unhealthy. If you're squirting it out, then...
no. All right, you're not necessarily just like it's not like a cylinder of cement, is it?
Well, I would say
it's on the more viscous side. I would say, but it's not.
It's like, solid. It is solid, or should be.
It shouldn't be rock solid.
Well, no, not rock solid, but I feel like
Isn't a fart essentially the sound of a squirt?
No, it's the sound of a fart. Yeah, that's really good. Sean's really good at his job.
Anyway, it's just sort of like that kind, more than just that kind of mess. Like you'd be on your holiday or wherever, and if something happened that you cut yourself or you fell down a cliff.
How would that affect your pants?
No, but then you'd need to change all of your clothes.
Oh, okay.
So I would be bringing maybe an extra t-shirt and then an extra pair of trousers as well.
I don't feel the need to change my underpants if I've cut my arm.
No, you larger accidents. Like if you did go arse over tit over a cliff, I've done that before.
I know you have.
Was your
concussion.
Once I was walking along a beach and like everyone was like, "Oh, let's go to the beach," and like they went to there was a little wall. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And I went to hop over the wall, and I didn't realise it was a 6-foot drop.
How are you alive? Like
I question that every day.
You've lived such an interesting life, full of incident.
I've lived the life of a fucking cartoon character most of the time.
My first memory involves a beach, also.
Hey.
My first memory was, and I think this says a lot about me. My first memory is on a beach, I think in Cornwall, and my mum and my dad and my aunt are there. Shout out Kim. And don't say me. And I was running towards the ocean and I tripped. And I was very young, so obviously it's my first memory, so I must have been like a toddler. And you know how toddlers fall. Mm. Like, they don't just sort of like... They don't put their arms out or anything like that. It was just a full face plant.
Yep.
That was good for audio. And so
it's a full-on flump as well.
Yeah,
they don't
just
even
a
bounce.
boof.
It is just a flat smack.
Now, fortunately, obviously, it was wet sand, so it was okay. But I came up and I had all sand on my face. And my mum, my dad, and my aunt Kim, shout out Kim, don't say me, were laughing at me because it was funny. But I didn't think so. And so my formative memory is screaming at my carers, the people who were supposed to protect me, and saying... It's not funny. Stop laughing. And I feel, now that I'm 32 and a professional actor and comedy man, I do feel I was deeply traumatised by what happened on that beach in Cornwall. To go back to the previous point, 1.5 times the number of days underpants.
1.5.
Yeah, so that's actually roughly where you landed with 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be roughly...
Yeah, because basically you're considering over a 7-day period that you might shit yourself twice.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know when it can come about.
But you've got to reach to, like, over the last, I don't know, month period, you go over and you go, yeah, I've not shat myself so far this year.
But you're going on holiday.
I'm going away for a week.
You're going on holiday. The water will be different.
The water. There's something in my waters.
No, but they say that, don't they? That, like, you shouldn't drink straight from the tap in foreign climes. Because they put all, like, muck in it. All foreign muck in the water. That's what they say. They say that. Don't look at me like I'm mad. Like,
No, it's just, I'm sort of like going back upon
the amount of times you've been abroad, drank water and shit yourself.
No, I've not even shat myself. I've
Just
drunk the water.
Sturdy of constitution.
Just every glass I'm rolling for constitution.
Like your head's like wet cake, but your bowels, oh my god.
It should be the other way around.
They're made of iron. From the Iron Age. Rent from the ground by Antony Iron.
Coming back to the question though.
Oh, must we?
With the nuclear waste kind of thing, because there was a theory a while back. I'm pretty sure it was Jupiter, because Jupiter is the gas giant.
Yeah, Saturn too. But further away.
Yeah, they were thinking there was a theory of if Jupiter's atmosphere ignited, it could become another sun, and there was the theory of maybe but
we should do it.
No, if something happened with the sun, I think it was a red dwarf instead of supernova. If it collapsed in on itself, there was a theory that they could essentially nuke Jupiter to create another sun. But that would come up with a whole.
I sort of feel like if the sun is exploding, we have bigger problems.
Yeah,
I sort of feel like people's minds aren't going to be focused.
I don't know why I know this stuff.
This is all good. We don't know what prison's like. You don't know about something that exists in the world that you can like drive past and look at, but you know about Jupiter and about how it explodes.
I feel like we should create a sort of a split off of the chasers, but instead of people who know shit, we know bullshit.
It's people who reckon stuff.
You know what? I reckon.
The Reckoners.
The Reckon.
Obviously presented by Bradley Walsh. And he's there like, right, what do you reckon?
I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
I reckon that they're wrong.
That's right, says Bradley. You win £5.
Oh man!
I don't think you could put too much money in that because like it's so.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be something that you would turn off before even the titles.
Were you obsessed with space as a kid?
Kind of. Yeah, I was. It was space and myths and legends.
Yeah.
How about? Did you like space, or were you more of a dinosaur kid?
I liked space. I liked it all, really. Like anything, because it's just all cool, isn't it? Like dinosaurs are awesome. Space is awesome. I used to like the ocean a lot. I still like the ocean a lot.
Yes.
But like, as I've grown older, I've become more terrified of the depths.
Yeah.
You might have seen this was in the news recently. It's up to the minute, of course. We'll be releasing this weeks away from where it was, but a black devil, a deep sea anglerfish, was floated to the surface.
Oh yes.
Did you see it? And I look at that and I think to myself of the stuff that's down there, and I'm like, man, I don't want to go there.
Yeah. Well, it's like the was it the blobfish? Like they call it the blobfish because it does literally look like a blob.
Yeah.
But they reckon like in the depths that it is meant to be for is actually
it's stabilised,
it's
right?
Stable, so,
because there's no pressure on it. It goes into a little puddle.
Or is it more pressure, but it's good for the
it keeps it together.
Yeah,
it's literally the only thing holding it together. Because all those things down there will die if you change the pressure.
That's why that video became like got viral, because people weren't sure like why it was coming up, but they were saying like a lot of the time it's because towards the end of their life, or if they're sick, they get disoriented, and that's when they float up.
So there was a lot of I saw it co-opted into a lot of like motivational memes.
Was this on LinkedIn?
No, it wasn't. I'm not on LinkedIn. But it was like, they'd frame it with like, a light coming from above and being like, she just wanted to see. She just wanted to see the sun.
It's like
Reach
you
for
do
the stars.
you do realise they've evolved their eyes
And this
in
one's-
such low light.
This fucker is blind. Like, it can't see shit. It doesn't need to.
Well, it's got its own light to be able to see what it needs. Like if it's going towards something that light, it's like going into.
I don't even think it uses that light to see.
Yes,
I think it's using it just to lure prey.
Probably.
Like,
yeah.
it's so dark down there. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to see shit down there. It's horrifying. I've relayed this story on other podcasts that I've been on. I've been on other podcasts. Check out my content. Check out all my content. Send me presents. But going back to space briefly, my favourite photo. Have I told you about this? So my favourite photo that was ever taken was from the first Apollo mission that made it to the moon. And it's a picture taken from the lunar shuttle. In the foreground, you've got Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong standing on the moon. And in the background, you've got the Earth.
Yeah.
And the reason why I love that picture so much is because every single person who was alive then and had been alive up until that point was in that picture. Except Michael Collins.
Yeah.
The only person not in that picture.
And it's the only person that's like, oh yeah, you've got Neil Armstrong, you've got Buzz Aldrin,
And
the third guy.
yeah. So it's like the two members of Queen that aren't Freddie Mercury or Brian May. Yeah, Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Chief. Oh, boss man.
Billy Bass Boy.
Yeah, the old. I actually do know who they are, just so you know. I'm actually really smart. It's Roger Taylor and John Deacon, but I just needed to.
Here's your reminder. Turn the stuff back on.
Alexa, stop.
If people didn't hear that we turned the washing machine off so that we can record and made an Alexa alert. So that
I didn't think we'd be going this long.
I was in a flow state.
Oh man.
My momentum's gone. All right. Well, remember we've only got 13 minutes left of this pod. So,
Oh Christ!
So
We went way off. We've actually no. We've been going about space still, so it's not too
look,
bad.
it's fine. We need to stop
But yeah.
criticizing ourselves. The whole point of this podcast is that we go on tangents, right?
Yeah, that is the whole point. And
Yeah. Have faith in the concept. Don't
But,
lose it now.
as we were saying about the ethicality of if that's even a word.
Ethicality.
It sounds like an Americanization of the word.
Yeah, I don't feel the ethicality of this scenario. No, I don't like it.
But the with plastics and that sort of stuff, as I started off, there's now the ability to turn a lot of everyday plastics into filament for 3D printers, which again,
thank God for that.
which you're turning plastic into more it, but yeah, it's at least it's being able to be reused. But I think more it's unethical to be sending it to the sun, because you're just going to be shooting off parts of the earth.
And I'm still terrified
into
about
nothing.
firing nuclear waste
Yeah.
on a rocket. I'm not happy about that. Just imagine if it exploded, like just as it's about to like hit.
Well,
the
yeah, like a
atmosphere.
dirty bomb is bad
And then
enough,
like,
and that's
just nuclear waste just over a huge area. Be like Fallout.
oh man. Yeah, well, I've got one more DLC to play on that as well on my stream.
Fallout 3.
Yeah, man. That's such a good game.
Plug your stream.
Oh yeah, I stream once a week and post videos on Loudmouth Gaming with MOUF because I'm from Essex.
Yeah, I love how you pronounced it with the TH.
I know. That's because of the voiceover.
You're trying to be very professional. Loudmouth Gaming.
Yeah.
Loudmouth Gaming.
Here we go. Yeah,
That's it.
I play games with a Stella.
Hey, you agree, don't you?
Is
Predict
Stella still going?
Stella, yeah. They've even got a 0%.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, that's what. Yeah,
They didn't stop selling it just
I know
because
that's
it has
just completely dropped off of my radar. Those it used to be.
You can get it. You
everywhere.
can get it in every pub. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know.
Except for those fancy ones where they only have like neck oil and bloody
Yeah.
Beavertown.
Or like those we've got two here, haven't we? Like the microbreweries.
Yeah.
3 now.
And we got 3.
Yeah, there's one literally up the road.
Holy shite!
Yeah, they're good, but yeah, it's sort of it's getting proper small now.
Taproom is a good quiz. Anyway, that's local, that's the Malden minutia section out of the way.
Actually, I was talking to someone yesterday from America, and she was asking where I was from, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm from Malden." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, you know Malden salt." And she was like, "Oh, wow!" And it's amazing. Well, I think they call it Malden salt.
Yeah, they've got no idea.
Maldon.
Yeah, Maldon. Hey, can we go to Maldon?
But it's really
To the
cool
promenade.
Promenade. What's that? It's a type of drink.
It's Pims. See, because I work with middle class London media types. Every time I say Malden, they think I'm saying Morden. And I'm like, no, not on the Northern Line. There are places other than London.
Yeah.
Other places do exist.
This is like probably the most famous salt in the world, other than maybe
Himalayan salt.
Well, Himalayan salt, and I think Sydney salt.
Table
is
salt.
another one. And table salt.
Yeah. Salt.
Well, yeah,
just
but,
salt. Salt in general.
Yeah, but you didn't give general salt to
salt
to a famous person.
Attention! I'm General Salt! Okay, that's the character it's got. I already know that character's going nowhere.
Yeah, you've got General Salt, and you gave salt to a very famous person, which I'm going to let you tell the story for.
Are we
Because
really
I find it freaking hilarious.
I've done this story on so many pods. I suppose I'll have to do it on my own. Right, so I bought... When I was in Magic Mike's last... When I was in Magic Mike's last dance, I'm just going to do a speed run of the story. Because at this point, even I'm bored of it. So I did Magic Mike's last dance, and on the last day, I decided to get all the Yanks and the Mexican a box of Malden salt, 'cause that's where I'm from. So I thought I'd get that. So I got some for Channing Call Me Chan Tatum. I got some for Stephen Call Me Steve Soderbergh, and I got some for Salma Hayek. Right, and then on the last day, after it had gone into her trailer, she called me over. During when we were setting up for a scene, she's like, "You," and give me a come hither. She grabs me, and she says, "I fucking love salt." And so I pleased Salma Hayek that day.
So that is the power of salt. I love that story as well.
The power of salt.
But I think I don't know. It's just something as a foodie, I suppose, as well. I can just extra appreciate that someone's actually just gone. Fucking love salt.
I just think it's a good gift because it's not generic. I could have got him a bottle of wine or something, but Malden salt. It's actually, and it's got a usage as well. I've done it for a lot of people. Guesstimators, shout out Guesstimators. That's a podcast that I did that I bought it in, and they love it. I get messages from now saying we've run out, get us more, and I'm like, I can't do it.
It's such an awesome I see him whenever there's something big happening in Malden as well. They've always got their little cars and they're being everyone up, and it's just everyone is just. It has become it is just Malden, spirit of Malden as well.
Well, you know why why I've got a problem with Richard E. Grant.
No.
Right. Okay.
I did not know this.
Right. You know the Off Menu podcast. Shout out Off Menu. Please don't sue us. He was on Off Menu, right, with Ed Gamble and James Acaster.
Yeah.
And he carries a little bag around with him, which has some loose Malden salt in it.
Loose?
Yeah, it's like a little muslin bag. And he has it with...
Yeah, it's Malden salt. It's more...
I absolutely believe that it is Malden salt. He's Richard E. Grant. He has no reason to lie. And so he brings that along, in the same way that other people bring on, spices or hot sauce or something like that, because the food that they have is just simply not good enough for them. And he said on that podcast, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact quote because I was so blind with rage. He said, "Oh, they should make me an ambassador for Malden salt." And I was like, "Fuck off, Richard E. Grant. I bet you don't even know where it's from and it's in the name. You've never been to Malden. You don't know what it's like having to dredge the salt out of the silt of the Blackwater with our hands."
Oh, man.
It made me very upset because I'm like, no, I should be.
You're Malden's beloved son.
I'm Malden's second favourite son. And I tell you what, Sam Ryder ain't doing shit for Malden salt either. Richard E. Grant's carrying it around in his little bag, but I'm the one talking about it on a pod. How many pods has Richard E. Grant done where he's brought up the salt? One, I bet, Off Menu. And I don't think he bought any for Ed and James. I'd have done that. I'd have bought in a box of salt for it, and for their producer, who is called Ben.
There we go.
I would have bought that in. Not Richard E. Grant. No, he's selfish. Selfish Richard E. Grant with his little bag. God, I hate that guy. He's such a good actor. This pod is starting beef with Richard E. Grant.
There we go.
Send this to Richard E. Grant. Let's get him on the pod.
Yes.
Let's have him answer for his sins.
Oh man, get people to bring their own questions as well. That would be a fun one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Richard E. Grant, if you're listening, email shutuppod@yahoo.com your question, and we'll be sure to answer it in a future episode.
Right. Oh, we've only got like 4 minutes. Sorry, that
good.
was
Okay, right.
I always enjoy that anecdote as well. That always, that hurts my face.
We're not talking.
No,
Because we've been talking.
just smiling.
We've been talking for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's just bad.
But
That's good for the pod.
Is it ethical?
Is it ethical to dispose of our rubbish/nuclear waste in the sun? I think we've landed on no.
I think no. Yeah.
The cost of getting it up there is just too high. With nuclear waste especially, it is too dangerous. Maybe sometime in the future, if Sean, we can reach a point where space travel or launching things into space is 100% safe, then maybe. But until that time, there will never be a time, because nothing is 100%. We live in a chaotic, godless universe, and we're all going to die. I hope that answered your question, Heather.
Finishing that on an optimistic note. Just screaming into the void.
Of course. What is pod if not screaming into the void?
Yeah, that's exactly.
This
true.
is us. We are sat here.
At least with radio, it goes out into space, maybe to other worlds who have got some kind of antenna.
wonder.
Whereas podcasts, as soon as the digital signature goes, the servers get shut down. It's never there anymore.
Yeah. So really, we're on a hiding to nothing here.
Yep.
We've just sat here. We're basically just showing off for nothing, and then we're going to put it out into the void. And then once it's out there, there's a chance that it won't survive and it'll be lost. And every hour we spent on this is an hour of our lives that we will never, ever get back on the only life we'll ever have. So
here's a question for you. Absurdism or nihilism? Which flavour do you choose?
Please rate the podcast 5 stars. Because we really need this. This has taken a turn.
Yep.
So if you just pop onto your pod app of choice, be that an Apple, a Spotify, an Amazon, a Podchunk, a Cast Matrix, or
Pods are us.
Pods are us. You go on there, give it 5 stars, give it a rating review, share with your friends. Why not?
If you find it, if this gave you one laugh, please just give us a like.
And actually, do you know what? Even if it didn't, I'm sorry, I did this in episode 1, but it fucking costs nothing. Just click 5 stars and never listen to it again. It doesn't matter. It's just a good deed, right? And we need more of those in this horrible world that we live in. Inhaling microplastics by the pound. And you don't have the time to just click a button. I don't think so. You know how long this took to record? About 45 minutes, because that's how long we said we were going to go.
43 minutes.
Yeah, so it's nothing. It's nothing. Just follow the pod. Follow the pod as well. You can follow us on Instagram at ShutUpAndAnswerPod and on TikTok ShutUpPod. And again, any questions that you would like to submit can go to shutuppod@yahoo.com, SHUTUPPOD@yahoo.com. We should set up a Discord.
Yep, and a Reddit page.
And a Patreon. Shut up and answer the question after dark.
There we go, yeah.
That's where we get pissed and answer a question.
Just do it on stream. Just angrily answer questions.
What?
Isn't that what you like? Your granddad, you would go and visit your granddad. He's like, I tell you what's going on.
Well, it didn't happen with my granddad, but interesting. Tell us this
Probably
story.
didn't happen with mine. Both mine passed when I was younger, so I was just making the general stereotypical.
So it was just from media
joke.
again, isn't it? It's just drawn that from media.
Yes.
Where does the Catholic in you come from? Is it from both sides, or just from paternal or maternal?
Maternal side.
Maternal, yeah.
Irish Catholic as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, you're a sinner.
So yeah,
You're going straight to hell.
That's how I introduce myself. Hello, I'm Sean, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course. Yes, the guilt, the Catholic guilt. Speaking of Catholic guilt. Speaking of Catholic guilt, nihilism in the end of the universe, 5 stars is what we're asking for.
Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
No, because that fucks it. That fucks it. Just put 5. It doesn't matter. Like, are you really going to analyse a pod to the degree that you're going to go, actually, do you know what? That doesn't deserve 5 stars in my view. Fuck off. Just give it 5. It's not. It doesn't matter. It's not like you've gone to a restaurant. Restaurants is different, right? Because there's an actual, like, quantifiable metric for how good food is, quality and everything like that. This is just a podcast. It's free. Like, I don't get it, all right? I get so cross. Do you do this, right? By the way, I just want to ask you, and I
was
want you
literally just saying 4 stars just as a joke.
I want you to be honest.
How much
I want you to be honest, all right?
Yeah.
I want you to be honest with me. When you listen to a pod, do you rate it 5 stars?
Every pod that I listen to, I put a 5 stars or I follow.
See?
But I only regularly listen to 3.
But at least you're changing the world one step at a time. That's what I'm saying.
4.
There's a beep. We should probably end the podcast.
Yeah.
I've lost motivation.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you, or you'll hear from us next week.
Next week, episode 4, where we'll have another question.
Please send us questions.
Please, we need them. Otherwise, we're going to have to use AI. Thank you for listening to Shut Up and Answer the Question. Your hosts were Ethan Lawrence at Ethan D. Lawrence everywhere and Sean Antony at Sean Antony VO everywhere. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Shut Up and Answer Pod or on TikTok at Shut Up Pod. If you want to email us a question, feel free. The email is shutuppod@yahoo.com, SHUTUPPOD@yahoo.com. Our artwork was by Kitsune Kei, and our music was by Eyes on Legs. We want to thank Podbean for hosting this podcast, and we will see you next time.